Ainias, just looking back from the start of fall camp to now, where have you seen the most growth in the confidence in Connor?
Man, there's a lot of things that I can say about C-Wig, you know what I'm saying? I feel like his growth has showed up more in his leadership, you know what I'm saying? I always talk about how he is as a leader. He's definitely grown up a lot. I don't know if y'all can see, but like on the sideline, he's trying to make sure like everybody is staying, you know, where he is. And his energy is always high, you know what I'm saying? It's always on go. And I feel like that's his biggest improvement to me, just being able to take, I guess you could say, negative energy and turn it into positive energy. You know, when things aren't going right, his energy is always going to be high. When things are going good, his energy is always going to be high, you know what I'm saying? He's never the type, me personally, I haven't seen him try to joke around. Like, even at the end of the game, he was still making sure, like, people are staying in the game, encouraging everybody. So, just a great leader, for sure.
And then you guys are really well loaded at the wide receiver position in terms of depth purposes. But when you look at last year with Devon and then this year with 3 different guys who are averaging the same amount of carries, but each of them finding the success, are you happy with how the run game has looked so far?
Man, first, give props to the O-line. You know what I'm saying? Them boys have worked all through spring, all the way up until now, and they still working. You know what I'm saying? Coach Adazio's got them boys right. The communication up front has definitely helped, you know what I'm saying, those guys be able to get the ball in space and just create plays with that. But, man, I'm loving, you know, the way that the rotation is going. All them boys have the potential to do great things, you know what I'm saying? And as you seen today, all 3 of them have the ability to go turn up with it in any moment. So, I mean, I'm happy for all of them. I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, all them boys are being able to touch the rock a little bit more and being used, but I'm just glad to see them boys eat.
We'll go front row on the left side to Mark and then Christy.
And I saw week, one of the refrains was, you got to get 0 to ball. Got to get 0 to ball. Okay, they got 0 to ball. How you feel about getting the ball?
I mean, shoes, I feel good. I just want to make the team win, help the team win, you know what I'm saying? I definitely feel good, though. Can't lie. I had touched the rock a little bit today. I think Coach had told me I had, like, 7 for, like, 120-something. So, I mean, it definitely feels good. I'm definitely honored, you know what I'm saying? It felt good. I'm just blessed. That's all I can say for real. I'm just blessed.
We'll go second row on the right side to Christy.
After the loss last week, how big was it for you guys to come in and play a good game and get back on track before SEC play started?
Man, our mindset was like, this is the SEC, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to start preparing for the SEC this week. So it was huge. If we would have came out slow and all of that, if we would have put all of that on film, then Auburn would have been able to take advantage of that in any way that they, you know, could have or whatever on the film. But I'm glad we came out the way we did. The whole mentality was really just, let's go ahead and attack this week. Let all of that go in the past, you know what I'm saying? It's in the past now. We're not able to worry about it. So we have to move forward, and I feel like that's what we did today.
We'll go back behind the lights to TV row on the right side to Ben and then Daryl.
Ainias, just 2 questions on Jade. Just first off, what stood out to you in terms of him coming in, jumping all these levels and, you know, classification and having the impact he has early? And then side note, you touched on it with, I think, Connor, but it seems like the energy he brings, especially that receiving core, is kind of unmatched. What's it like playing with a guy like that, and how did you kind of rate his first touchdown celebration?
Man, Jade been a dog, you know what I'm saying? I remember first meeting him. It's a crazy backstory. I was in Tampa working during the offseason, I believe last year, before last season, and I was watching him work then, and I'm like, dog, this guy got energy. Like, where is he from? What school he go to? I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? But then I saw that he had got an offer from us, and I'm like, oh, yeah? Like, I got to hit that boy up. And he hit me up. He was like, what you think? I'm like, bro, come on. Like, what you mean? So then, shoes, he had got on the squad and whatnot. And first day, energetic, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being who he was, I'm like, okay, yeah, we can do something with this, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't never switched up. So I'm excited for him. I was excited for him when he had scored. The celebration was tough. We was talking about it. I wish I was on the field with him so we can do a handshake into a celebration, but it was all good. I mean, shoes, he turned up, so I'm proud of him for sure.
We'll stay back behind the lights in the middle to Daryl.
Ainias, with the way you guys ran the ball and how Connor distributes it with you guys with the receivers, do you feel like that you're giving Auburn something to think about when they come in here next week?
Man, I'm pretty sure every team is, you know what I'm saying, thinking about us. We try to not look forward, but I know Auburn is our next opponent and whatnot, and I know they're definitely, I guess you could say, I know they're studying their film, you know what I'm saying? They're definitely going to have to look into what we have on the offensive side, because we definitely have some, you know what I'm saying, some guys on the offensive side that can make some plays. But, I mean, I don't know what Auburn is going to do. I haven't looked at the film yet. I'm going to be doing that tonight, matter of fact, so we'll see.
We'll go front row on the right side to Travis and then the battalion.
Yeah, nice. Is there something to be said about, with the catches you put up and the yards you put up today, about kind of getting into a rhythm like that in a game like this that gives you a little momentum to moving forward?
Man, I mean, you can always say that, you know, games like this will move you forward and give you confidence and whatnot, but at the same time, like, we got to go on to the next week, you know what I'm saying? So definitely I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, Connor was able to give me the ball. I'm pretty sure that gave him a little bit more confidence into me. And shoes, we just got to keep moving forward, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to next week, I mean, we just got to execute just like we did today. It's not really too much to say about it. You just got to execute.
When you first met Walker in Tampa, what was it that stood out about his game, and how has he even grown since then, too?
Well, when I first met him, he had like a shirt tied around him. I'm not able to explain it right now, but it was like a long sleeve shirt. Almost looked like he was part of the Taliban in a way. But he was tall. He was a tall guy, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, this dude can move, you know what I'm saying, for him to be that tall. And then he had sure hands, you know what I'm saying? Every time I saw that boy, he was out there, no gloves, catching everything, one hand, all types of. I'm like, okay, yeah, he got some juice to him, you know what I'm saying? And then once he got here, it was like he was on top of everything, you know what I'm saying? He was staying extra hours with coach, trying to make sure he learned the playbook, staying extra hours by himself, getting extra jugs, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that it took to be great, you know what I'm saying? And proof is in the pudding, you know what I'm saying, for sure.
We'll go fourth row on the left side to the battalion and then Carter.
Ainias, what was working with the deep ball tonight, and talk about that chemistry between you and Connor?
Man, I always try to tell my coaches since I've been here that I was a deep threat. You know what I'm saying? I always told them boys that I can go deep, but I don't know. It's just something that we've been working on all camp. Since Petrino got here, it was like we were going deep a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So we had to work on it a little bit more, and the more we worked on it, the more confidence that all of us got in Connor and all the guys. You know what I'm saying? We just knew that it was destined for us to go deep.
And then there are some first-year receivers like Jordan Anthony, Ray McIntyre getting some good catches out there. What's it like to see them get that playing time and make those receptions?
Man, I'm proud of them boys, all of them. Mike Tees, Ray, Jordan, man, they grown so much, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad to see that the work is being showed, you know what I'm saying? Them boys got their opportunity and they capitalized, so I'm proud of them.
We'll wrap things up third row on the left side to Carter.
Two questions for you, Nice. But first, I don't know if you knew this, but today's game brought you to top 10 all-time in career receiving yards at A&M. Did you know that, and how much does that mean to you?
Man, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Top 10, I'm going for one. Forget all that 10 stuff. I'm trying to go for one for sure. So, I mean, keep giving me the rock, Coach. I'm going to turn up with it for sure. And then what did you say?
And then the other part was just coming off the Miami loss, y'all's response to it. How different was y'all's response to that compared to maybe how y'all would respond to losses last year?
Oh, man. I feel like the urgency was there. You know what I'm saying? Coach was always talking about we got to bring more urgency. The first couple days, few of our guys, I'm not going to lie, had their heads down, you know, just because they're coming off a loss. And we had both myself and Coach Jimbo, we was trying to get to the team, like, don't, you know what I'm saying, don't feel bad for yourself or like don't victimize yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta go. Like forget all that. And that's like going back to when you had asked me. Like this week we was taking it as a SEC week. You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't able to look back and be down on ourselves and feel sorry for ourselves just because we took an L. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody take L's, but it's about to bounce back. And that was our whole message. You know what I'm saying? We gotta come harder than hard. And I feel like that's what we did. We still made some mistakes. I feel like we can come even harder. So we're gonna see.
All right, that's all we have. Thank you, Ainias.
Thank y'all. God bless. And gig 'em.